Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the second topic, informal organization of workforce. In the first lecture, we will discuss what do you mean by formal organization of workforce, and today in this lecture we will discuss informal organization of workforce, and in the second part we will also discuss the difference between the formal organization of workforce and informal organization of workforce. So as we all know that in informal organization of workforce, we will first start with our introduction part, and then second we will done our body part, and then at last conclusion. In this format, introduction, then body, then conclusion. In this format, I will teach you each and every topic of sociology. Each and every topic will be discussed in this format: introduction part, body part, and then conclusion part. Okay? And each and every topic in crash course lecture and in optional classes, I will dictate you each and every topic. So there is no need to study a single book except our class notes. Class notes are more than sufficient to get at least 300 marks. Okay? Now in introduction, informal organization of workforce, we will define what you mean by informal organization of workforce. So those sectors which are not governed by various laws of the land is known as informal sector. Those sectors which are not governed by various laws of the land is known as informal sector. Take definition. जो बोल रहा हूं, please note it down. Those sectors which are not governed by various laws of the land is known as informal sector. Now, according to Ministry of Labour report, second point, Ministry of Labour report, more than 92.5% people of our country, more than 92.5% of our workforce in India engaged in informal sector. Now, some extra point in introduction itself. The concept of informal sector, the term coined by the term informal sector was first coined by J.K. Hart. J.K. Hart in 1971. He is an anthropologist, and he studied an Accra city of Africa, and then he coined the term informal sector, and the term was later popularized by ILO, International Labour Organization. So this is all about your introduction. What should be a definition? Then Ministry of Labour report. Then the term was coined by J.K. Hart, and then the concept was popularized by ILO. Now we move on to the body part. Introduction is over. Now we come to the body part. Now in body part, what we will discuss? We will discuss two things in body part. The first is characteristics, features of the informal sector in India, and what are the types of informal sector. Now, characteristics, features and types. Now, J.K. Hart, who coined the term informal sector, gave 4 characteristics, features of informal sector. Okay? The first characteristic feature is easy entry. In informal sector, people can enter very easily. Easy entry is one of the major characteristics, features of the informal sector. Now, what is the second characteristics, features of the informal sector? Low skill, low level of skill. There is no need to study lots of things. No need for higher education. Low skill is sufficient to enter into the informal sector. Now, easy entry, low level of skill, and the third most important characteristic feature which are given by J.K. Hart is low wages. People are working below the sustenance level. Is it clear to all of you? Easy entry, low level of skill, low level of education, and then low wages. Now, fourth important characteristics, features of the informal sector, which is given by J.K. Hart. It's very important feature. ये हमेशा आपको याद रखना है. Immigrants. Informal sector is largely composed of migrant workers, migrant laborers. Okay? Delhi का आप केस स्टडी देख लो. More than 40% or more than 45% people in India, in Delhi, are just migrated from other states like UP, Bihar, even from Maharashtra and all. So, characteristics, features of informal sector is over. Now we will discuss the types of informal sector in India. Okay, in general types or informal sector I say. So in this we will discuss Jan Breman. Now types. Jan Breman give three types. He categorized informal sector into three types. Now, what is the first type? The first type is Petit bourgeois. According to him, informal sector in India is classified into three categories. The first category is petit bourgeois. अब इसमें हम क्या लिखेंगे? High autonomy. Means, for example, owners of shopkeeper. High level of autonomy is found in petit bourgeois category. High level of autonomy, and Jan Breman divided informal sector into three categories. The first is petit bourgeois, and this we will write high level of autonomy. As for example, owners of small shopkeepers. आप अपने घर से आए दिल्ली में, एक फास्ट फूड का स्टॉल लगा लिया, तो यू आर ऑल्सो इन द इनफॉर्मल कैटेगरी. ठीक. नाउ सेकंड इज सब proletariat. This is very important part. In this, largely composed of migrants worker. They are largely composed of migrant workers and largest of all. In three category, the second category is sub-proletariat, and it is the largest of all, and they are largely composed of migrant workers. So, Jan Breman, the first is petit bourgeois, the second is sub-proletariat, and the third lumpen. इनको कहते हैं declassed paupers. Example, widow, aged, children. They are also fall into the category of informal sector, lumpens. They are the declassed paupers. इसका मतलब ये होता है, ये बहुत ही गरीब होते हैं. And in this category, we will include widows, the old age people, and the children. So, in introduction is over. In the body part, we will discuss the characteristics, features of the informal sector in India, and in the types, we will discuss three types given by Jan Breman. The first is petit bourgeois, the second is sub-proletariat, and the third is lumpens. And we will describe all these three with the help of examples. अब मैं ऐसे जैसे फ्लो चार्ट आपको बना के दिखा रहा हूँ. Just make it. Because before exam, when you are going to write your mains, then it is very simple to revise all the concepts. Is it clear? Okay. Introduction, character, types. Now in conclusion. Conclusion is very important. आपने इतना लिख दिया, then what should be the conclusion? So in conclusion, we will discuss the concept of A.B. Mehta. ये तारक मेहता नहीं है, ये A.B. Mehta है. ठीक? A.B. Mehta said, for India, the informal sector is mainly occupied by low caste. So it is very simple. In conclusion, we will write according to A.B. Mehta, in India, informal sector is mainly composed of low caste people. So this is all about the concept of informal organization of workforce, in which we study the introduction part, the body part, and the conclusion part. Now we move on to the second part of our topic. That is, what is the difference between the formal sector of formal sector and informal sector in India? So differences. This is the most important question, and UPSC will ask this many times. इसको आप बनाइए, just make it, लिखिए. Listen, we will discuss the formal organization of workforce, then informal organization of workforce, and then we will discuss now the concept of the difference between the formal organization of workforce and informal organization of workforce. Now, what should be the first difference? The first difference is market structure. In this formal organization of workforce, the prices are controlled by few sellers. The prices are controlled by few sellers, and they sold their goods to higher and middle income groups people. Is it clear? But what happened in the informal sector? The margins are very narrow, and they sold their goods to whom? To lower class people. This is the first market structure. They sold their goods to higher class and middle class people, and they sold their goods to low class people. High class, low class. Now what should be the second difference between formal organization of workforce and informal organization of workforce? Most important, credit facilities. Those who belong to the formal category can easily get loan from the bank, and those who are from the informal category, it is very difficult for them to get loans. एग्जाम्पल नीरव मोदी आराम से उसने पैसे लिए चले भी गए, बट व्हाट हैपेंड टू यू? गो एंड आस्क टू बैंक आई वांट लोन फॉर समथिंग. आपको वो दौड़ा दौड़ा के मार देंगे, आप मर जाओगे लेकिन लोन नहीं मिल पाएगा. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द फॉर्मल कैटेगरी क्रेडिट फैसिलिटीज एंड द इनफॉर्मल कैटेगरी क्रेडिट फैसिलिटीज. नाउ the third most important thing which I want to discuss, the difference between formal sector and informal sector, is technology. Formal sector people, their technology is imported and highly capital intensive technology. Imported and capital intensive technology. और इनका क्या होता है? इनका होता है लेबर इंटेंसिव टेक्नोलॉजी. Is it clear? The third point? Now, the fourth point. Protection. Formal sector, those people who belong to the category of formal sector, they have a lots of protection. Why? Because of lobbying, trade unions. They force the government. They force the government to do the work what they want. But in informal sector, there is no such organization at all. So this is all about your difference between formal sector and informal sector. The first is market structure, the second is credit facility, the third is technology, and the fourth is protection. So this is all about informal organization of workforce. Introduction part, then body part we will discuss the characteristics, features, then types, and then conclusion, any meta concept, and then the difference between formal organization of workforce and informal organization of workforce. Now, what is the difference between this crash course lecture and the difference between our optional lecture? In the crash course lecture, we will discuss each and every topic like this. I will also dictate the introduction part. But what happened in optional class? In optional classes, I will dictate each and everything. Each and everything. So there is no need to study any book. So this is the difference between, many people ask me that, sir, what is the difference between your crash course lecture and optional classes? So in optional classes, I will dictate each and everything. But in crash course lecture, I assume that you had already studied your sociology, so I am little bit faster and I will tell you the basic concept and tell you how to make your flow chart and all. आप इसको बनाइए और just do it. This is all about this topic, and from the next lecture we will discuss on each and every alternate day. We will discuss the most important topics of our sociology, like sociological theory of religion, sociological theory of social change, education and social change, technology and social change, in religion, types of religion, sect, cult. So there are various topics in sociology. So we will discuss each and every topic of sociology in such a manner, introduction, body and conclusion, so that once you refer the copy, you refer your notes, each and everything will be clear. आप ऐसे ही याद करो, it is very simple to memorize all these things. इससे अधिक आप लिख नहीं पाओगे, because in 20 marker they will ask you the difference between informal and formal organization of workforce with some concept of formal and informal organization of workforce, and in 10 marker they will simply ask you informal sector or formal sector. Already I had told you concept of formal sector, and this is all about the informal sector and differences. Hope you like the lecture. Thank you so much.